we work through this stuff together. And like, as a leader, you gotta be able to take the good with the bad, man. You can't just, because the ship's sinking, all of a sudden I'm gonna jump off and swim to another ship like that. You don't do that, right? If you can win championships in front of everybody, then you could miss the playoffs in front of everybody. You gotta be able to take both.
All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So a bunch of you asked me to react to this, and well, let's do it. This is called NBA Legends Eviscerate LeBron James, and this is from a channel called MVP. We have, how am I not subscribed to them? I'm now subscribed to them. I have reacted to quite a few of their videos at this point, and yeah. I had this one on my radar as well, but like the second it dropped, like a bunch of you were in my comments asking me to react to this. So I have not watched it as usual. I just saved it off to the side, and let's check it out together. Yeah, not much else to say. Let's comment on each of them as they go along. As I always do, I'm gonna link the original video down below in the description. That way you can check out the MVP channel if you like, or you can even go over right now and watch this video without my commentary if you like. Everybody else, please leave this video a like. You know the drill. I appreciate y'all, and here we go.
At the same time, you don't be a snitch like LeBron did.
Well, that is sort of the other side.
Oh snap! That was Steven Jackson.
I'll put my this up. This guy. This is a TV show, right? LeBron is so easy to play. He's so easy to play. He don't have any moves.
Oh.
Shit didn't turn on, did it? Only move he has is straight down the line.
What do you think?
Yeah.
He ain't got no moves. Where's he going? Where's he going? That's quick.
Straight downhill, man, and just
No,
jam.
said that'll be shit. You stop that. Scottie Pippen for shut his ass down quick before I get to him. This game is too simple. He just big. Now 260, whatever, 6'8", 6'9". That's the only thing he got, pretty much. I'll play you guys 7 foot 300, so it doesn't really matter.
Dude, that's so true. We talk about it all the time in the comments here. Because if you think about it, Karl Malone couldn't go from the 3-point line all the way down to the paint and just dunk it. Because rules were different. There is no way in hell, with hand checking involved and actual defense involved, that you're getting anywhere close to that rim. Especially LeBron, because he's clunky. MJ had to do it, but got hit multiple times, and he had to do it with speed and finesse. LeBron don't have that, so yeah, it's true. Dennis wouldn't even have to worry about him. Scottie Pippen would lock his ass up, and if Scottie ever got tripped up, Dennis would be right there to just shut him down in the paint. Not happening.
Lakers are making that run. They get it to 14. You and LeBron have that exchange. There are people out there that say maybe you shouldn't do that with one of the better players in the game. I guess what were you thinking?
I don't care. He's old. You know what I mean? I was waiting for that. I was expecting him to do that game 4, game 5. He wanted to say something when I got my 4th foul. He should have been saying that earlier on. But, you know, I poke bears. I don't respect no one until they come and give me 40. So I pride myself on, what I do is defense and taking on any challenge that's on the board.
Hey, man.
Yeah, that one's a little different because, yeah, I don't know, man. I thought that was a situation where you shouldn't really be talking trash because he was not able to back it up. So I never really have respect for people who talk trash against some of the better players to play the game, and especially publicly. And then when they get their ass whooped, they got nothing to say all of a sudden. Like I always saw that's pretty weak. If you're gonna talk trash, back it up.
Sipping tea, talking about drinking wine, talking about he the GOAT. Of all time.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. He was on cough medicine?
It's a different generation,
He was
bro.
on cough medicine? Listen,
I don't like the whole comparison of the greatest of all time. Like,
No.
it can't be one great player of all time.
No.
It's the greatest of generations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I view it. Like, in my generation, our generation, like, as what we watched, like, it was MJ.
Right.
But you had Kareem, you had Wilt, you had Bill, you had Matt. Like, you had so many other guys that can be the greatest of all time.
Fair enough. Stop bringing that up, all right? We broke LeBron.
In Game 5.
So get your ass out of here with
remember
that,
this.
right? You understand how you got the Cleveland, how you got the Miami bill? You remember
That's
that?
true. You broke them in
Okay, so
2000.
remember that, all right?
Fair
so
enough.
stop bringing that up, all right?
Fair enough.
So they was talking to him, okay? The media. And the league knew that they had an agenda in which we wasn't part of the agenda. You understand? Right. And that's how they ended up winning that series. Yeah, I said it.
Do you think you pushed LeBron too far in Game 5?
Pushed
Because Game
too
6, he was
far?
unbelievable. You think you gave him the eye of the tiger?
Pushed him too far.
Nothing?
Man, listen, let me say something to you. The C's, we didn't give a about LeBron. We didn't fear LeBron, and we didn't think that he can beat all 5 of us. And that's how I felt. He was trying to consolidate because he didn't want the pressure on him. You understand?
See,
You
now we're
understand?
getting somewhere.
See, when
Just
you
trying to
see what
hit
you
something.
did.
I'm still mad about it. I feel like we could have beaten them.
Sure, but we weren't part of the agenda.
Yeah.
The agenda was Miami. He wasn't going to Miami to be like Cleveland. We broke.
Man, that's crazy because it's true. It was the Celtics that broke him in Cleveland and made him, stick his tail between his legs and go over to Miami to get help. KG's not wrong about this. LeBron couldn't beat all 5 of them. No way in hell. And it got proven so. They locked him down. Same way San Antonio locked him down, forced him to take jumpers. And, LeBron James taking mid-range jumpers, not a good game. Not a successful thing.
Broke LeBron.
LeBron has been the king of the excuses. I remember back to his first year in Miami. You may remember these days, and I think you were on that team. You were what they call.
I think this might be bigger than I'm thinking, because his point is he broke LeBron. They broke LeBron, and ever since that moment, and he started ring chasing in Miami, and then back in Cleveland, and then in the Lakers. LeBron's always needed stars around him ever since this. Did they really break him? That might have been the moment that they broke LeBron. He might be legit.
Broke LeBron.
Like right there. It might be legit. Because he was never the same anymore. And he was never really the guy on his team. Crazy. Food for thought.
The king of the excuses. I remember back to his first year in Miami. You may remember these days, and I think you were on that team.
Eddie
You were
House.
what they call a role player, I suppose. You had Bosh, you had Wade, of course, you had LeBron. And LeBron James, after losing to the Dallas Mavericks in the finals, despite going 4-1 in the first round win, 4-1 in the second round win, 4-1 in the Eastern Conference Finals win, and then a 2-1 lead in the NBA Finals, and they couldn't close out the Dallas Mavericks. I remember when LeBron gave us a reason and a rationale for why that Heat team didn't beat
the minimum
Dallas
player
Mavericks.
thing?
Let's go back in time just for a moment, shall we?
Yep.
Obviously, my first year in Miami, we had a big 3. And everyone said it's a super team this, super team that.
Yeah, it was.
But we had to build our team around all minimum guys.
They're only minimum guys. Sorry to pause. They're only minimum guys because you got 3 stars taking up the majority of the money. Dudes like Haslam, who are not minimum players, they shouldn't be minimum players, had to take minimum in order to stay on the team because you guys took all the money. That's your own fault.
Was still okay, but we didn't fill out the complimentary guys enough. Yeah, we had Rio, we had Udonis, but we didn't have enough.
Yes, Mike.
Far as enough complimentary guys to actually make it all
House
work, and we still made it to the finals.
Yeah. Kind of blaming you, Eddie. That's right.
I'm taking it as he's talking about me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Haslam, House, James Jones. I forgot about that too. Both of these are gunslingers. Arroyo, point guard. Bibby, point guard, great veteran. Mario Chalmers. I always liked him. He was their starting point guard most of the time. Mike Miller. So you got 1, 2, 3 guys who can bomb it from 3. Yeah. And Ogauskas. Yeah, this is ridiculous. And Haslam, obviously, I already talked about him. None of these guys, yeah. That's a fantastic lineup of role players on your team. So for him to put the blame on them instead of take accountability as part of the big three, the super team, it's disgusting. It's disgusting to me. If I'm the highest paid player or I'm the highest paid anything, anywhere, the accountability falls on me. Like, I'm getting paid the most for a reason, right? So if I'm going to take credit if we win, I got to take the fall. I got to take the hit when we lose. That's part of the gig.
You talk about me, brother?
I'm saying those are the complimentary players on the Heat that year. My guy, Eddie House, that year averaged 17.5 minutes a game, 6.5 points a game.
I didn't get enough minutes.
And shot 39% from behind the arc. So there you go.
That's
but
horrible
all
numbers.
these years later, almost 15 years later now, Eddie, and to think that you guys didn't win an NBA championship, not because LeBron didn't get the job done or Wade didn't get the job done or Bosh didn't, but you didn't.
Okay,
That's what he said.
What I would say is this.
Yeah.
If we're going to point the fingers.
Let's point it.
We'll point the finger at the fourth quarter, collapsed every game that we had. Actually, you know what? It was 1-1, game 2. We were up. We collapsed in the fourth quarter. They tied it up. We win game 3. We go up 2-1.
Right.
We didn't win another game. So if we're going to, we're going to play the blame game.
Let's play it.
I wasn't out on the court.
Right. Who was on the court?
The man saying that the other guys wasn't getting
Was
it done.
LeBron on the court in the fourth quarter?
I don't know. You know what? He was, but he was. Hey,
Yeah.
he was, but he wasn't.
He was, but he wasn't.
There you go.
He was there. He wasn't there in spirit.
Yep.
I tell you, and that's the problem with this podcast. People are still alive, and they hear it,
Thank
and
God.
you react the way you should react. Like, F you. I was making $1 million that year. You were making 25, and you didn't lead us to victory.
Yeah.
I played 56 games and averaged 17 minutes. Come on, man. I was shortchanged. I got a story. Can I tell us a quick story?
Do it. Yeah.
So listen.
Had to close up shop.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, they're making $75 million between the big three, and I know it doesn't sound like a lot in 2024 terms, but whatever. This is a different time. They're consuming $75 million by themselves, right? So the rest of the lineup is probably consuming about 10 million, 15 million total. But you want to put the blame on those guys paying for low dollar, who aren't even on the floor? Man, that one makes me sick. That was Eddie House, by the way, defending himself, and I'm glad he defended himself. LeBron was on the floor, but not in spirit. It's so true.
Because last year I wouldn't let him come in because I wasn't serving no L's to him.
Look,
But this year,
I can't get over the fact that he didn't show up in Dallas. Not because I was
Me
on the
either.
team.
I
Not that I
agree.
was on the team.
Eddie House again.
But the fact that he was the best player and everybody was depending on him to show up and do what he does, and he was MIA.
he had a bad
No,
game.
he had a bad series.
series.
Yeah.
No, a bad series. Jordan never had that. People killed James Harden for having a bad series last year, right? Oh, no, he ain't as good as he is. But you're going to say somebody that quit in the finals at the end of everything when all the marbles on the table.
Right.
That you're gonna say he's the greatest of all time. I can't buy that.
Thank you. You
I can't
can't
buy
just-
it for that reason right there.
So
I can't buy it. For that.
And that plays into the whole, like, celebrating him making the finals 10 times. No. Celebrate those 4 championships. Yeah, go for it. You don't celebrate those 6 losses. That's not how this works. So you make it all the way there and then you fall apart. That's not something to be like, puff your chest out and be like, yeah, I'm the greatest because I made it. I showed up. Like, come on, man. Showing up is only part of it. You got to go out there and win it.
I want to know one thing. So Washington, we're not going to
Do you think you're the greatest tight end of all time?
Let's start the criteria here.
See, and the whole Washington thing drives me nuts. By the time Jordan came back out of retirement to play with Washington, he was already the greatest of all time. 6 championships, endless scoring titles, 2 Olympic gold, NCAA champion, 6 for 6 in the finals, the greatest of all time, hands down. There was no question. There was no debate. He came back just to hoop for 2 years, to have fun, and for whatever other reasons he had. The reasons he came back for was not to try to chase somebody. He wasn't chasing Wilt Chamberlain or Bill Russell or Magic or anybody. He was already the greatest. So it's different. It's a completely different situation. It's not like that's a stain on his reputation because he had already done all the work. It's like if Steve Jobs would have left Apple after dropping the iPhone and proving that he was a success. And he started a new company that wasn't nearly as successful as Apple. It doesn't take away the success he already has. This line of thinking is stupid.
Here, Mike Kobe will now be out of the conversation. We'll start it with LeBron. We don't even need to mention these two no more. They are that good when it comes to the blueprint of the game. Without stats and all that other shit, they out. Now, to start with stats, you start with LeBron, everybody else can fall in fucking line. LeBron is the GOAT. But that's because we're not mentioning these others no more. They're not even in the conversation. Player 99, player 98. Cool. Now y'all can have y'all, you know, whoever he paying to say he the best, whoever, whatever the case may be. You like him, you like him. He the most biggest IQ guy. All that shit, cool. You won't hear nothing else come from me. Because I'm taking these two guys out of the conversation. They ain't in it no more. For me. I don't know about anybody else.
So you respect Reggie Miller's legacy?
I'm sorry. They
ain't in it no more. For me.
He's like, oh man, he's not falling for my troll, because you know he's just trying to bait him. That's what Gil always does. He's like, oh man, he's not gonna play along. Now what am I gonna do?
I don't know about anybody else.
So you respect Reggie Miller's legacy over LeBron's?
I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do.
Because Reggie didn't have nowhere near the pieces LeBron had. Yeah. Because Reggie didn't have nowhere near the pieces LeBron had.
Yeah. Now they get to touch
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. Man, I wish Reggie Miller could have gotten a ring before it was all said and done. Almost did it. Damn, Malice in the Palace ruined it.
guy that everyone's screaming over. That transitions when I remember the was getting in college is different than the getting in the NBA, simply because the rate that rises is the fact that they want that which has money. College is like, you don't got no pockets.
Yeah, they just there because it's for the clout. It's the
That's
visibility.
it. It's a clout play, right? But when it gets to the league, it don't matter. Ugly or not. I remember when LeBron had came into the league, he was like, LeBron is an ugly motherfucker, boy. God damn, who them hoes ain't throwing that man that like that.
Yeah.
And then
It's LeBron last year, man. So all that. This is last year.
No.
If we don't give him his flowers, it's like we're not giving him enough flowers for him to just kind of like want to walk away. Like we gotta bring more flowers, because it's like, to me, it's hindering the game. The stats, the praise, like, we get it. And I'm gonna give you flowers because you've done so much for the game. You can't take away the energy he's put in, the hard work he's put in, the blood, sweat, and tears. You can't defy the gravity that he's passed all these greats and he's done all this stuff for the game. You cannot ignore that stuff. But what we're seeing now is a diminishing of the game because a great player will not step aside so other players can be great.
That's not how it works.
I know.
That's not how. I'm sorry. That's not how it works.
Right
You're
now.
telling me.
That's how it's working right now.
No, you're telling me.
A 40-year-old's taking 28 shots on my team, and I only got to shoot the ball 2 times in the fourth, and you're telling me that's not the way it goes?
right now? So it's AD's
I'm
thing?
just saying,
Okay.
if you want me to take the range and you're taking 28 shots at 40 and I'm taking 2 in the fourth, I don't want to hear nothing else come out of nobody's mouth except for move the fuck around.
And it's so true too. There's been this narrative that LeBron is waiting on AD to take over the team, but LeBron won't let it happen. He won't step aside and take a lesser role. Instead, he wants to stat chase like no one we've ever seen play the game before. He's just all about stats. And guess what? That means that he's in charge. He's playing the point. He's running the offense. And if he only wants AD to shoot 3 times in the fourth quarter, he gets to make that call. And LeBron can go out there and jack up 30 shots if he wants. He gets to make that call, especially now that he's shooting these pull-up threes. Yeah, I've been saying it for a while, a couple of years now. LeBron off the bench for 20 mil a year, fine, you know. fine. I would understand why a team would give him that money and say, all right, you're going to come off the bench. You're going to be the sixth man. But starting lineups gotta go on without you. I'd actually respect it if he did it.
Were absolute legends in New York basketball, playing for the champion Knicks teams, last NBA champion Knicks team. And of course, Clyde Frazier's made a name for himself in business, and he's always been this dude that's not afraid to wear anything suit. He's that guy that will wear any sort of creative suit, even though now some of his suits scream 70s more than 2019. But look, when you're hometown announcer guy and you're legendary guy, sometimes you don't have to show up early and talk to the other team and know what's going on with the other team. So, look, I'll play for you what he said in regards to LeBron James.
Okay, I'm a little confused.
And I'll
on
tell
this.
you why he's wrong, and I'll tell you why he's right. Take a listen.
You're the face of the NBA. I think you should be more a part of your team, folks. No matter what is going on in the public, you gotta be a part of the team. Maybe in the locker room you're not, but you have to exude that type of togetherness in public, folks. And right now we see he doesn't really care.
Just to add to this, because recently now LeBron's been basically MIA. Started out for personal reasons, and now they're saying it's a foot thing. There's just it's all lies. It's complete lies. But yeah, and so he's not with the team. He's not traveling with the team. All that stuff. He kind of disappeared. Not great leadership. Not great leadership right there. Unless there's something really going on. But if there was something going on, why are you all of a sudden saying, "Oh, it's my foot"? Just another lie in a web of lies from a pathological liar.
He says he doesn't really care. Now, he was commenting on the fact that LeBron James didn't get up during a timeout and was sitting in his throne chair at the very end of the Lakers bench, and he was talking with somebody in the stands. Should be pointed out the person he was talking to in the stands is Tyson Chandler, who also happens to be an LA Laker. And that's a chair that LeBron James sits in, not some of, not most of, every single game. Now, should LeBron get up and at least feign to pay attention? Yeah, sure. But this is something that he has done the entire season.
And that's a problem. So you're saying it's not just one game, it's the entire season. And yeah, we've all seen it. So you're making this problem even worse. Can you guys imagine when you were playing organized basketball, coach calls a timeout and starting to draw up a play, and you would have the nerve to be all the way on the other side of the bench, totally ignoring what the coach is drawing up, and you're supposed to be the leader of the team? Could you just imagine that? And then you do that every single game. That's just who you are. You're never a part of anything the coach says. It doesn't apply to you. It applies to everybody else. It just doesn't apply to you because you're special. It's disgusting.
He has sat in that exact same chair. And the only difference is that right now they're not winning, nor are they necessarily trying to win. Although LeBron James didn't play well down the stretch and got his shot blocked by
Nothing new.
Mario Hezonja.
Nothing new.
So the first thing is to Walt Clyde Frazier, hey, man, when you get there a couple hours for the game, why don't you saunter over to the Lakers bench and say, hey, does LeBron always sit with the team? Does he never sit with the team? Like, what's the deal with LeBron? Give me a little insight. And look, LeBron didn't play well down the stretch. Matter of fact, he shot the ball horribly in the fourth quarter, and the Lakers choked away a lead. And while you can sit here and tell me that the Lakers are better off for lottery position losing that game, everyone knows that when LeBron comes to New York City, he likes to score a ton of points and rub it in Knicks fans.
Yeah, he's trying to be like MJ.
Rub it in their face. He's always liked to do that, and it felt like he went to the well. You know, I've said this before. It's a lot like in Empire Strikes Back when Han Solo goes to hit, the hyperdrive, and it's deactivated. Like at some point, you're going to go to the well to hit that hyperdrive LeBron James playoff mode, and it goes
playoff mode.
Bloop, bloop. And that's what has felt like it's happened. He's looked like a human being. He's looked older. He's looked beatable. And I love how
he's always been beatable. He's only won 4 times in 21 years. Do the math. That's like 22% or something. Right? 4 times, 22 years? No. That's a lot worse. That's like 11, 12%, something like that. 4, 16, 20, that would be 5. 1/5, 20. Yeah, it's low.
some of my coworkers.
Yeah, I don't even know what he was on about, tell you the truth. Everything he was saying about, like, he was normalizing all this crappy behavior by LeBron, it actually made it made it worse. Like, he like proved his own argument bad, because he's trying to defend LeBron, but in saying this is just who he is, this is how he is all the time, that actually makes the problem way worse. It just means he's completely disconnected from anything with team. You know, he's special. He's a king, right?
And some things are personal, but at the same time, you don't be a snitch like LeBron did.
Wow.
LeBron,
what was he referring to in this one?
Some of my coworkers.
Getting personal, because this is how you feed your families. And some things are personal, but at the same time, you don't be a snitch like LeBron did.
Guys, what was he referring to on that one? Damn. Straight up called him a snitch. And Mario Chalmers is calling him a bitch.
One of the greatest ever. Can't give me 25 points. KD, one of the greatest ever. Can't give me 25 points. Anthony Davis, 8 rebounds.
That's easy.
Devin Booker, 1 3. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Hey, LeBron, by the way, 3 threes away from passing Kyle Korver.
This is funny.
Kyle Korver can shoot that thing.
Number 7 all time. And he's second in 30-point games now with 559. MJ's got 562.
See, now, Ernie,
Yep.
What? That's an amazing stat to talk about. Everybody, I don't get into debate about greatness. So LeBron has played how many more seasons than Michael Jordan? He's still behind him?
6.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And I love LeBron, but for him to be that far behind MJ and I'm played probably 8 more seasons?
I think it's 6, right? LeBron's played 21 and MJ played 15. So in 6 more seasons played, MJ's still beating him on that stat. How crazy is that? And also, I mean, like, that's why I don't take much, I don't put much into who has the most of one stat of all time because of the longevity thing. I'm more interested on your averages. And this is exactly why. Because you can play, 10 more years and then, I have more than you. But yeah, you only averaged half of what I averaged back in my time. It's not the same. It doesn't hit the same.
I mean, the top 15 players in the league, they could do it.
Okay.
They're multi-generational players. The all-time greats to me. My first team is like Oscar Robertson and Jerry West, and I got Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, and Elgin Baylor. That second team, the Magic, Michael, Larry, Karl Malone, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, those guys, they would be my second team, and a lot of people would argue that. LeBron, nobody, it's crazy to kind of pick him on the third team.
Yeah. So that first team, that's your all-time top 5?
When I was 15, man, I was 15 years old. So
yeah, okay, I understand. You grew up watching, yeah.
Your dad, man, he got his. I bet he got his team from when he was.
Yeah, for sure. No, I understand that. Yeah. I respect that.
But when you look at, LeBron and, anybody he sort of picks with him to be. So, playing with so many guys.
Oh shoot.
The guy who has led the charge in terms of super teams being put together.
Yeah.
When he put together a team in Miami, basically put the team together in Cleveland as well, and put together a team in Los Angeles or whatever. So he could pick his own team. I ain't gonna pick his team.
Oh.
Not bad about LeBron.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm not saying LeBron.
That's a hell of a way to put it. I don't need to pick his team. He gets to pick his own team. He does get to pick his own damn teams. The GM is real. Dr. J. Damn, man. I love it. I freaking love it.
Argue, because I know he probably come back to me, but he will argue that these super teams always existed. If you look at all the championships.
Players of today are scared
I
of
don't
LeBron.
even want to get into that argument. That argument is so dumb to me. They'll compare 3 guys who are playing their final season in the NBA, just trying to get a chip, to these guys who are in their mid-20s, in the prime of their careers. Plenty of time to still win, and they all join together to form a super team. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing at all. A couple of old farts getting together on a team, just trying to win a championship, is not a super team. It's just not the same.
If they see LeBron standing in front of them, fear shakes, and I know this. You know, my era is out the league. We wasn't afraid of LeBron. But these guys today, he strikes fear in these guys. I can see it.
Look, legacy, and I've already said he's not a top 5 player of all time. If the Lakers don't win a championship, let alone lose in the first round, I don't want to hear none of this GOAT talk no more. I'm just saying, man.
Jordan.
Paul Pierce. I'm with him. I'm with him so far. All right.
Tim Duncan, Kobe.
Hold up.
Man,
Jordan, Tim Duncan, Kobe, Bird. These guys are all top 10 players who either help build up their organization or continue the tradition.
Yep.
And the
one thing that has ever
from LeBron, he went and put together a team in Miami.
I think there's a lot of
he came back to Cleveland to put that team together.
Then he left them
And
again.
then he went to the Lakers, where a tradition has already been made, and we don't know, that's still to be continued. So in saying that, that's my argument.
It's funny because he left Cleveland twice. Yes, he gave them 1 championship, but I'd argue that he hurt that organization more than he helped them at all. And all those other greats, Magic, Michael, Larry, Duncan, all these guys, Kobe, they all made their organization great for many, many, many years. Their entire careers, they made their organization awesome. And they never broke the hearts of the fans like this. And LeBron did it twice.
Organization, it goes both ways, man.
Hold up. Look at Jalen Rose. He's laughing.
Organization, it goes both ways, man.
Dwight Howard.
That's why he didn't make it to the finals, right? He didn't get to the finals, if you remember, right? Not last year. You got a few more minutes. Oh, yeah, let me see something. When was this game to play?
Wait, what was this? What'd he say? Sorry, guys. I didn't hear it the first time.
Both ways, man.
Ron, this is the top. Oh, for real? He did. That's why he didn't make it to the finals, right? He didn't get to the finals, if you remember, right? Not last year. You got a few more minutes. Oh, yeah, let me see something. When was this game to play in?
I still didn't exactly understand what he said. He said, I want to say like LeBron said you're not tough, but I don't think that was right.
I was just getting ready for tomorrow. We had a tough game tomorrow also, so we just tried to do the right things to go out and prepare ourselves for tomorrow.
You brought it up first. Let's talk about tomorrow. You face Ben Wallace again. You face King James again in their building. How big is that? Because you're talking about it right here now.
I don't know if there's any Kings. That's something y'all label them, but it's going to be a tough
coach career.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, what the hell, King?
Kobe was great because he had true perspective on.
Oh, no. This is the dude you guys are saying is me? You guys are saying I'm him? Doug Gottlieb? Do I sound anything like him?
Of the things that he talked about, it was LeBron was coming to town. It was already done.
BS, guys. I don't sound anything like this guy. This is crazy. Y'all are crazy.
And he said to me unequivocally, LeBron does not get, know, or understand LA. And he's not built for it the way I'm built for it. And so
This
I
is
said,
killing me here.
What do you mean? He's like, look, man, I shot those 2 air balls when I was 17, and I thought the world came crashing down. And my reaction to it was, I lived in the gym all summer.
Kobe.
Okay, the way in which people reacted to those air balls, shots that I shouldn't have shot, they were bad shots, but I missed by a mile, fueled me my whole career. You know, I took negativity and it fueled me. And when there was negativity with me and Shaq, it fueled me. It's like, that's not what fuels LeBron. He's just built different. He's not the savage competitor that me and Mike are. Like I want to kill. I'm the type of killer that wants to kill you and your whole family. LeBron just wants to.
I'm
be
gonna
loved.
eat your babies, like Tyson.
Wants to play ball. Wants to win games.
He wants praise,
but he is
That's all he
not
wants.
the killer that me and Mike.
No, he just
That's
he wants
his
attention.
perception. And he's in an area in LA that has never embraced him. Like, is it really that big a thing that they have murals of, even before Kobe died, that the murals of Kobe, and they put a mural of LeBron and people, defaced it? Like, that's a real thing. He's Moises Alou. He didn't understand that when he went to the Chicago Cubs, they were going to play day games. He didn't understand that when he was going into L.A.
Yeah, it's true though. Most people in LA that I talk to, especially in the comments, y'all hate LeBron, man. I don't blame you. He's taken one of the greatest organizations in sports franchise history, and he's a freaking leech. He's just sucking it dry. By the way, shame on you guys for thinking I sound like him. You guys are nuts. This is funny though. It finally happened. Worlds collided, and I'm actually like reacting to something that is it Gottlieb? Doug Gottlieb is saying. That took me off guard. Oh, come on, guys. You can do better than not trying to figure out who I am. All right, Kobe talking.
Years old, man. I know the Laker history all the way from Minneapolis all the way to where it is today. All right, so it's in my blood and all this stuff. Like I'm not gonna go anywhere. Like, this is home.
Oh, this was a cool sit down with Jeannie. Jeannie was thanking Kobe for sticking around in the final years during the rebuild. And it was really cool because Jeannie paid Kobe very well during this time. And that way Kobe got to end his career the same place it started with the Lakers. It was actually a really cool sit down conversation. If you guys ever want to check it out, Jeannie Buss and Kobe Bryant. Man, I'm glad they did this while there was still time. Rest in peace, Kobe. Damn, man.
We work through this stuff together, and as a leader, you gotta be able to take the good with the bad, man. You can't just, because the ship's sinking, all of a sudden I'm gonna jump off and swim to another ship like that. You don't do that. Right?
I'm playing this whole thing back with no interruption because you know who he's talking about here. All right? You know who he's talking about. He's talking about 1, LeBron, 2, KD. All right? That's who he's talking about here.
He's going into L.A.
5 years old, man. I know the Laker history all the way from Minneapolis all the way to where it is today. All right, so it's in my blood and all this stuff. Like, I'm not gonna go anywhere. Like, this is home to me. We work through this stuff together, and as a leader, you gotta be able to take the good with the bad, man. You can't just, because the ship's sinking, all of a sudden I'm gonna jump off and swim to another ship like that. You don't do that, right? You can win championships in front of everybody, then you could miss the playoffs in front of everybody. You gotta be able to take both sides of it.
Yes, sir. I love that statement, by the way. I love it. Because now anytime there's a hard time, you leave. And you think about something so not related, but you think about how marriage numbers, divorce rates have gone up, like they've skyrocketed over the past 10 years. The same mentality plays into that. Oh, I'm going to stick around when it's good. But the second things get bad and we have some, some real life issues to work through, real life hits, I'm out. I want a divorce. And we see tons of people do this. And it's the same thing everywhere. My job is getting difficult. I'm out, jumping ship. It's weak. So yeah, if you're going to sit there and be proud and take the credit when you win it all, man, you should stick around when you lose too. You don't run away when you lose.
Or sign with Golden State.
Oh, there's the KD stab right there. I forgot about that. Damn. Or Miami.
It's hard to stay.
It is hard.
And that's why in the jersey retirement ceremony.
Well, practice was important to me, not from just the standpoint that I enjoyed playing. I enjoyed getting better. But as a leader of a team, it's also your responsibility to elevate the rest of the guys. But people tend to get stuck on a lot and saying, okay, the way to make players better all when they're open. That's a very trivial way to look at things. What you have to do, you have to get them to an emotional space where they wake up every morning driven to be the best version of themselves. And in practice, for me, it was a chance to drive them, to challenge them. And this is where you have to know your teammates.
In this system, the other players are constantly standing, waiting for the ball to come their way. This makes getting into a rhythm difficult, even for the greatest of shooters. So if one of them misses a shot at the wrong time, or if they turn the ball over at the wrong time, a 5-0 run becomes 7. 7 becomes 10, 10 becomes 13. All of a sudden, what was once an 8-point deficit is now 21.
If I go to LeBron, can what? Game over. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? I tell you one thing. You ain't dunking on me in my camp. I'll tell you that.
I've never really heard any players say they fear LeBron.
Hey, I got killed for that.
Is LeBron close to surpassing MJ in your book?
No.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think that was... I always look at the
LeBron ruined basketball. LeBron went to Miami.
When LeBron went to the Heat, it definitely changed...
He wasn't supposed to do that.
The way fans looked at...
They really started looking at it like it just don't mean nothing. Like loyalty means nothing.
Not just loyalty means nothing. Winning means nothing. Because it was like you got away with rigging the system. It's as simple as that. They cheated the system and they still failed 2 out of 4 times, which is incredible to me still to this day. But yeah, you're going to rig the game. I'm not going to be there celebrating with you when you win, because now I'm feeling bad for the people who lost. That's why I'm so glad freaking Dallas won, and then the Spurs won. I'm so glad because they weren't rigging the game. They were playing it honest.
Personally, I love the NBA for...
Statement was that Kevin Durant ruined it when he went to Golden State.
No, it was a response to Miami. The Miami Big Three happened, so now that was okay to do. So KD went out there and did the same thing to try to get one notch up above the Miami Heat. That's how it worked. But if the Miami Heat never did it, then that pride would still be there in wanting to win with the team that drafted you.
And I was saying, well, technically, no. Bron ruined it when he left Cleveland and went to Miami and joined forces with Dwayne Wade. Because we was all like, that was the first time I had ever looked at something like, whoa.
Shout out to LeBron. Nah, happy birthday, man. I know you look 37, but you turned 27. Good for you, man.
Hey man, happy 27th birthday to you, brother. Glad I could share this moment with you. I don't think you're 27, but that's what you tell us, so we're gonna roll with it. But been around, opportunity to see you grow from an 18-year-old kid that had a lining to a 27-year-old man that don't have one. I'm looking forward to seeing it come back soon. Happy birthday.
I've heard players say, including myself, I feared Mike.
Everyone did.
I've heard players in your generation say they feared Kobe. I've never really heard any players say they fear LeBron.
Hey, I got killed for that.
Why is that? You're not going to get killed here. I'm just
saying, when I first said that, people killed me for that.
I'm with you.
I didn't think players really feared LeBron like they did Jordan.
I never heard anybody say it.
And it's not
Who
not
is that? Is that
that
Chalmers?
you shouldn't fear Bron. I just think at the end of the day, Bron has been through so much that he wanted to be liked. So it was kind of like,
he is a nice guy.
yeah, I'm gonna do things now where like people like me, people respect. I mean, you're always gonna respect what he did, but you actually like Bron and want to be a fan of Bron now. So I think that's what that was.
Yeah, out the post, he can score and
Oh,
pass.
I love this. I love this. This is Ray Allen talking to some kids. Check this out. Hold up, I'm going to rewind it because he's going to go down all the criteria of why he's not the GOAT.
Actually like Bron and want to be a fan of Bron now. So I think that's what that was.
Yeah, out the post, he can score and pass. Is he a great free throw shooter? Is he a great three-point shooter? Is he a great dribbler? So you're saying the GOAT, and he ain't even the great in all them categories. You know what it is? Yeah.
Oh, and he just walks away. I forgot about that. He said Jordan is, and Ray Allen just goes, yes, and he walks away. It's damn true, though. It's damn true. Is he a good free throw shooter? Yes. Is he a good shooter? Yes. Is he a good dribbler? Yes. You can add so many more things, too. You know, is he a good passer? Yes. Good defender? Yes. Man. Is he clutch? Yeah, hell yeah.
You took as many shots as LeBron in your career, you would have the scoring record?
Yeah, for sure.
I think if you took as many shots as LeBron in your career, you would have the scoring record?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I think anybody, if anybody took that many shots and played that many years and had the ball in their hand the entire time, anybody would. How could they not?
It was like, it was an island because none of the coaches said it. It was like nobody wanted to take responsibility for it. So that like, you left me with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool. That's the way you want to play it. We can't call ourselves a real team. Like in any other situation, had it been anybody else, miss a shot, make a shot, whatever, they'll tell you first hand, oh, one play don't change the game. Now granted, it's a tie ball game. The year before, nobody wants to talk about it. Me and Brian used to do that shit every time. Somebody switch. If he got the ball, and it's you on the break, just know I'm coming. Just give me a split second, and I'll get to it. Cool. Andre Iguodala, go up. Extra second, block. Win. Championship. You don't give me credit for that because he got the block. But you give me credit for the loss because I got the rebound, dribbled it out. Not on top of that, I'm the one who made him slow the ball up. You gonna call Batman the villain? You gonna call the Joker the villain? Because they've been calling me the Joker for 10 years already. So what you gonna do? You ain't gonna say nothing to him. Like, don't know what to say, don't know what to do, don't say nothing. People you talking about, nah, that's my man. Don't say nothing. Like crickets, bro?
Yep.
Whether you gonna get mad at me, I'm gonna get mad at you regardless of the fact. We brothers, right? We boys,
Supposed to be
right?
teammates.
I can talk to you, right? We talk about everything else, but we can't talk. Say less. And that's what everybody on the team. We don't even talk about it. We got a group chat to talk every day, still to this day, and we don't even talk about it.
It's hard. I never saw that. But it's true. When that all went down, LeBron just, I remember it clearly. He was just like, yeah, go ask JR. Yeah, I don't know. How should I know? Go ask JR. He did not defend, and he never does. He didn't defend him. He's never defended any of his teammates. And if anything, he just blames them no matter what. Even if it's LeBron's own fault, he'll still find a way to blame his teammates. And that's a teammate speaking out about it. You know? Mario Chalmers has also spoken out about it because he called LeBron a little bitch. Or he said, stop playing like a little bitch, because he was whining on the bench in Miami. And the two of them almost got into a fight, but then LeBron apologized to him. You know? That's it. Stop making excuses. Play ball. But that's just, it's terrible when you have a leader who's not going to have your back. That sucks. And everything is uncomfortable and quiet, like you said. Everyone knows this exists, but no one's going to talk about it.
And you got to stay together if you got the guts.
and you don't find the first door and run out of it if you have an opportunity. I didn't come down here 19 years ago for a quick trip to South Beach and get a suntan. I can guarantee you that. And and I don't think they did either. I'm pissed, okay? So go ahead, get it out there.
You've described yourself publicly as devastated, and you've said that you will never forget that phone call where you just felt like, hey, weren't we building something together?
You know, when LeBron made that call, I saw a dynasty fly out the window. I didn't blame him, but I knew that that was a 10-year team. It was just a sad day for me and for our franchise because I wanted that dynasty. You know, I wanted this city and this team to go 10 years and maybe be in the finals 8 times. I don't have a championships we would have won, but I don't have any rancor towards him at all.
You don't now, but I think it's fair to say that you did that.
It's okay. It's instantaneous insanity. You know, you're angry and you're hurt, and you get the call you don't want to hear, and that happens to you a lot.
Yeah, notice every time he leaves a team, it goes just like this. Dan Gilbert, same thing. He made that long letter, that tweet or whatever, basically just saying like "fuck you, LeBron." You know, like the fans will hate you, we all hate you. Like it was brutal, but that's because he just does it with zero respect. And same thing with Pat. Like I don't know how Dan Gilbert. I don't know much about him. That's the owner of the Cavs. But Pat Riley, man, a class act like that, how you going to do him dirty and look at yourself in the mirror afterwards? Like, come on, man. You just don't do that. But yeah, it still shocks me to this day. He only gave Miami 4 years. Lame. It really is. And then he went chasing elsewhere.
Widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time, has long been praised for his talent, work ethic, and philanthropy.
Whoa, is this AI? This has to be AI. This is not real.
However, his behavior on and off the court has occasionally sparked criticism. While some of this scrutiny is typical for a figure of his stature, it often revolves around his outspoken nature, his responses to critics, and his leadership style. One of the primary areas of criticism is LeBron's interactions with the media and public. Known for his candidness, he has frequently used his platform to address social and political issues, especially around race, justice, and inequality. While many admire his courage to speak out, others argue that his activism has led to distractions, with some accusing him of being too political or using his position to push personal.
Everything but her face is like frozen. It's not moving at all. Why is this here? Why is this at the end of the video, MVP?
Agendas. His vocal nature has also led to clashes with fans, particularly when he comments on matters unrelated to basketball. On the court, LeBron has sometimes been criticized for his behavior during games, including perceived instances of flopping or arguing with referees.
The AI is not wrong.
His intense emotional responses to calls or decisions can occasionally be seen as undermining the integrity of the game. His leadership style, while undeniably effective in building championship-caliber teams, has also been called into question at times. Some former teammates and analysts have suggested that LeBron's influence on team dynamics can be both a blessing and a burden, as his dominant personality sometimes overshadows the contributions of others.
What is this?
Despite these critiques, LeBron's legacy remains largely untarnished. His achievements on the court, combined with his off-the-court efforts, continue to make him a polarizing but undeniably influential figure in the sports world. Whether admired or criticized, LeBron James' behavior, both positive and negative, will remain a focal point of discussion for years to come.
All right, I guess that's going to do it. That was a weird ending. Not going to lie. Like this video was like a perfect compilation, but it was really creepy ending it with a zoomed in AI personality. I didn't even really listen to much of it. The entire time I was just thinking like, why? Why did we have to end it with an artificial intelligence? Because with this, like, we don't even know, like, is this like ChatGPT like doing its research on LeBron and making an assessment, or is this someone literally just typing in a script, hitting enter, picking a voice and a personality, and then having it just say it? You know what I mean? Like, we could all do that. and pretend like it's something real when it's not. So anyways, outside of that, I'm just going to pretend like that didn't happen. Great video. Great video by MVP. There's actually like half of those I've never seen. I thought I'd seen all these by now, but I guess not. Yeah, man, you guys got my opinion on every single one of them, so you know where I stand on all this. Great video suggestion. The channel is MVP. Link is down below. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let's have a conversation about it. Is there one that stood out to you? Off the top of my head, like I love the Ray Allen one. But there's so many of them that I actually really enjoyed. The J.R. Smith one was kind of surprising because I never saw him truly speak out about what went down and how LeBron treated him. But now you can see it. You see the hurt, you know? It's like, I thought you were the guy. Like, I thought we were cool. We were a team. We were a family. But then he realized we're not really a team. It's just all about you, you know? It's all about you, and everyone is walking on thin ice around here. So anyways, guys, let me know what you thought. Leave the video a like if you haven't yet. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. I will see you in the comments. Have a good rest of your day, all right? I will see you very soon. Peace out, everybody.